as well. Well, Leeds are at strength, no shortage of experience. The front row of Luluai, Burrow and Peacock has a combined age of 103, but no shortage of youthful razzle-dazzle in the outside backs as well, as we've been hearing and as we've been seeing. St Helens rested a few for the Easter Monday game against Widnes, but back come the likes of Johnny Lomax, Luke Walsh, Kyle Amor and James Roby, and interestingly John Wilkin partnering Luke Walsh in the halves. Nathan Brown and Kieran Cunningham. Nathan Brown, the head coach, of course, of St Helens. Kieran Cunningham, who's done so much as a player. And Richard Silverwood is our referee today. You can see he's got plenty of Challenge Cup pedigree with 3 finals in his locker of experience. Well, Headingley is sparkling on a sunny Saturday afternoon. And these are two teams who are capable of matching the elements. Sinfield with a low, hard drive, and here comes that first return. They've done it again. St Helens against Castleford. First drive, John Wilkin lost the ball. St Helens against Wigan. First drive, Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook lost the ball. St Helens against Leeds. First drive, Alex Walmsley lost the ball. 3 games in the last 4, St Helens have knocked on with their very first touch of the ball. It's astonishing.
The thing is, though, it's they haven't started well in most games, and if you give Leeds the advantage early on, it'll be very difficult to claw back. But this game has got all the ingredients to be an absolute classic.
Well, it is a pattern that is extraordinary, that Nathan Brown will be scratching his head about. And they've given Leeds this early advantage. Can they take it? Here comes 36-year-old Jamie Peacock. 2 Challenge Cup winners' medals for him, but as a Bradford player, not with Leeds. Back it comes with Luluai. Held up just short, Sinfield. Having a look here from dummy half, spinning it back to Burrow, off the bounce, a half volley, Ablett spins it away. Joe Moon with a quick hands. This is Ryan Hall. Walsh was across there.
Good tackle, Walsh.
Louis McCarthy-Scarsbrook is playing in the back row as well, was over there to help out with the defence. St Helens have asked the question, 5 tackles so far. What about the 6? Here comes Maguire with the kick. Here comes the chase. Lomax in midair has taken it on the fall. Terrific full-back play. Tap back on the 20.
Great catch, Johnny Lomax. And a restart as well that gains his team 10 metres.
Well, they've been relieved. Saw that first set, though. I think I listened to Brian, the Super League show this week. You know, I saw possession and not making errors. I think with this side, with both these sides, they have so much attacking potential. Whoever creates and finishes opportunities, you know, will win. The defence is good on both sides.
Here comes Roby out of dummy half. Walsh. McCarthy-Scarsbrook with a bruising effort and a good offload as well. That was terrific play from the Londoner.
That's another thing. Leeds' defence have been so solid, they will have to try and get the offload out.
There's Roby. 6 tackle to Walsh. Walsh with a kick.
Escort.
Has he got the measure of it here? Oh, it's up and high. Sorry, it's a knock on there. We heard quite clearly the referee say that, and it will be Leeds who get the hand over.
I tell you what, Peacock caught an elbow right on the chin. And he's walking back rather slowly, Jamie Peacock.
Well, he'll get over it, knowing Jamie Peacock the way that I do, and he'll get him back. If he feels there's been a little bit of shenanigans, he'll get his own back quite legitimately.
As a coach, just to explain the mindset of St Helens. 3 big games recently, they've knocked on in the very first play. They've knocked on. Is that just a fluke, or is there something going wrong with the psychology?
It's a fluke, and it's something that we magnify and we focus on, but they've got over that bit at the right end of the field now. And I'll just pick on something that Jonathan just mentioned, is it's what you do with the ball against Leeds. It's not how much ball you get. I feel St Helens have to play with a little bit of offload and probably have 2 shots, that's 2 plays, 2 movement game plays, a set of 6 to have a chance of beating this Leeds team.
And also, you know, the John Wilkin decision.
What's he given here? He's saying there was a touch by St Helens on the way through. He jumped and he touched, you could see that. That's a referee's explanation. So he thinks he's going to be dropping underneath the sticks, but we're going to have to hear from the video referee here. Let's have a look at this.
You jumped for the ball, you played at it.
I don't know, he touched it.
Well, not from there, deflected off his shoulder, so it's very difficult to say from that angle.
He's off the ground.
Josh Jones was the man, and he has given this as a dropout underneath the sticks. We do love our Challenge Cup controversies, don't we?
Well, it's whether you play at the ball intentionally.
Okay,
now,
mate,
what the referee's adjudicated there is the fact, because he's jumped off the ground and challenged the ball, the fact that it's hit him, he's been adjudicated to have played at the ball.
Hardacre on the gallop, catches on the full.
Yeah, not great length on that kick, it's a good field position for Leeds.
Square hold! Go one.
Sinfield again, the dummy half. Here's Luluai. Urging a surge from the big Kiwi, who's taking it inside that 20 metres.
Hold, wait for the goal. Go, two.
Sinfield. Burrow. Taken on by Delaney.
Three, release.
They're less than 10 yards away here, Leeds now, and Sinfield waiting again, operating from dummy half. Burrow to Maguire, out wide to Hardacre. They've got the overlap there. Hardacre found it to bury over, and he has got the ball down. The referee's just checking with a touch judge, Clint Sherrod on the far side.
Going to check obstruction. There's a catch.
And he's going to ask, as you can hear, about the obstruction, the grounding. So for the first time, let's hear from our video referee, Ben Thaler, today.
Okay, we're looking for obstruction to see if the man behind the ball runs behind one of his own players. And on all of those occasions, the ball is passed before that happens and the lead runners make space. And I'm happy with that. So if we can just now go on to grounding, I'm happy there is no obstruction. So just making sure that the player grounds the ball cleanly. And from that angle, it looks like he does. The ball is on the hand for all the time, but just slow this one down, please. Yep, I'm happy with that. That's a try.
So we know the decision. Here it comes, confirmed to this heading the crowd. Leeds have the opening try of the day. Zach Hardacre the scorer.
It was well created as well. I think St Helens get their numbers wrong defensively. He's talked about their backfield before the game and how much of importance he is, the speed that he adds and the strength in the tackle that he adds as well. So Sinfield now to add the extras in relation to what's a great start for Leeds.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the try, but you know, I don't think Nathan Brown will be too happy with the defence there, because the dummy runners come through early and they could have shifted out wide now. Such an easy finish for a class player like Zach Hardacre.
Kevin Sinfield steadying his concentration, cutting out all the noise that might be filtering around the stadium, and doing that job very well. And beautiful kick from Kevin Sinfield, and Leeds lead here by 6 points to 0. Good start for them.
Yeah, it all came from the touch on the charge though. Let's have a look.
Here's the decision. Video, didn't he? Gosh, that's a tough call. I don't even think he touched him.
That's a tough call for St Helens, a very, very tough call, but he was in a very good position, the referee.
There's a finish from Hardacre. An unconventional grip on the ball, but he still manages to get it down. Clearly finished the play.
So Lomax with a restart. A little bit of backpedaling required, but taken well enough by Briscoe, and he's the kind of winger who has the power to burst out from that position, but not on that occasion.
Go!
Sinfield again.
He just gets their sets rolling so well, Dave. You know, Briscoe, we don't often see in that kind of position in making a break, but what he does do is find his front, so he gets to play the ball quickly, and he gets the lead set rolling.
Says
As does this bloke. Different
over the
version.
top of Kyle Amor, who was at Leeds, wasn't he? Kyle Amor, early in his career, he was a member of a Leeds squad, a couple of Wembley occasions, not a playing member, but on the fringes before he went to Wakefield, and now at St Helens. This is a high one for Lomax, taking it safely.
I thought it's a great set by Leeds again. It's a very good kick-off by St Helens, right in the corner of the in-goal. Got to the halfway, and the choice of the up and under, putting pressure on Lomax.
Square, mate.
Going back to the John Wilkins selection, if you look at Leeds, You know, they've got Sinfield, Maguire, and of course Rob Burrows as a kicking game. You have to have options, and Wilkin does that for Saints.
Forward now, Kelly! On the way, mate.
Some eyebrows raised at the fact that John Wilkins named as a standoff here today. Remember 4 years ago in a cup tie between these two teams, playing as a makeshift standoff that day for St Helens.
Stand up,
And if
go.
memory serves, I think he won man of the match. St Helens certainly won the match, and he was outstanding. So he has a bit of history in that position, and Briscoe, with a very simple knock-on, has given St Helens advantage here.
I was just about to say that was an ordinary kick from Walsh, straight down the throat of Briscoe, but Briscoe spilt his lollies, didn't he?
I think he had so much time on it. Look at him. He had so much time because it was a poor kick. He just took his eye off it. I know this is the first attacking position for St Helens.
Okay, that's a good start.
Yeah, this is a try. Just watch, you know, defensively. They short a little bit and they just don't shuffle it. And the young centre just steps inside and takes the dummy runner, not the ball carrier. And that's why the gap opened up for the try scorer, Hardiger.
I think they were short of defensive numbers as well, Jiffy.
Yeah, they were.
There's Lomax.
And you've got to, you know, that's what you've got to do. If everyone goes in, you've all got to go in. If you go out, you all go together. If one goes in, one goes out, the gap opens up.
2, release, Kevin!
Walmsley.
Go, 2.
There's Roby having a little dance away from dummy half, and Josh Jones. He's a very redoubtable presence in that St Helens side in the last 3 years.
Go, through.
Held up on the line. Roby with a short pass. Soliola came crashing on here.
4 on
Good
now!
defence, Maguire.
Don't be offside on the goal line.
Roby stands and waits again. Flicks it out to Walsh. Walsh along the line. Wilkin, Lomax are going backwards. Rob Burrow, like a little terrier, biting the ankles of Lomax and pulling him down.
That's well read, Rob Burrow.
Tackle gone, momentum lost on the 6. Wilkin spinning it high. Hardacre underneath it, eyes on the ball, and has taken it very safely. Jones was there to make sure he was going no further, but Leeds had possession back again.
I think they have to put more pressure on after the kick is done, and a couple of loose kicks. And as we saw before the match, you know, this back three is absolutely brilliant in counter-attacking on a bad kick.
It's an extraordinary tight Leeds defence. They're only conceding an average of 8 points a game in their opening 11 matches, 10 in the Super League and 1 in the Challenge Cup. 8 points a game. And to put that into context, they've conceded 82 in 10 Super League games. Their nearest rivals, Wigan, have conceded 158 points, nearly twice as many points. Leeds are good on attack as well, as they're showing here, on the roll. Maguire to that right-hand side, missed out. Centre and winger under pressure.
Bomb that.
Yeah, worrying signs. Yeah, 3 on 2, and the pass goes loose. Very, very dangerous.
Pass goes to hand and it's a score. They've got a 3 on 2 and created a 3 on 2 with the break from Ablett in the middle of the field, which caused a fracture in the Saints defence. Leeds are going to score points. I think the challenge is for Saints to throw, probably with the way that Leeds are defending, Dave, throw more at Leeds. And they were disappointed with that last set. You could see Lomax, somebody missed their assignment, so have 2 or 3 or 4 pass plays in a set of 6 in attack.
And that's why the kick has got to be precise. You're not going to get many opportunities against this Leeds defence. Every set, you've got to try and get something out of it.
Soliola.
2! Up now, Kevin! Go, 2!
Roby.
Okay, 2.
Lomax chiming in from full-back.
3, up now, Kelly! Go, 3!
Walsh. Wilkin. McCarthy, Scarsbrook.
4, Jamie, move! Square, boys! Go, 4.
Roby again. Walsh now. St Helens looking to get something going here, but Leeds' defence is very, very solid.
Big jump! Square! Go!
6 tackle. Walsh will put it high.
James Roby off.
Hardacre underneath it. Spinning down from that blue sky. Soliola had made the advance run in defence, but it's a good take again for the fullback.
But again, Dave, you know, the chase has got to be better. They've got to compete for that ball.
Here's Ryan Hall. Big winger helping out his forwards here.
Go.
Sinfield, Luluai, not well.
3 up now, boys! Go.
Jamie Peacock taking a big deep breath on the right-hand side, but it goes to Burrow. It's a deflection, and it's a knock-on, it's play-on, because Burrow's the man who's picked it up again, and it's another set of 6 for Leeds. They're getting the luck here.
Well, yeah, we've said, you know, when momentum and luck is with you, you've got to ride it. The deflection off the kick, which they scored the try from, and now
One, release, shot.
Another set.
Go.
Sinfield again, sharp in there. Joel Moon. There's magic in his hands at times, this Joel Moon.
Hold. Go.
Sinfield. Delaney. It's Burrow. Guaiola short and flat.
3, release, John. Back sides.
Church.
Go, 3.
Little wide. Soliola just reaching out and not quite getting it.
4,
Wormsley was there to welcome in
back, Josh.
into his big shoulders
Go,
there.
4.
This is Delaney.
Last.
Well, they've set up decent position here.
Square markers.
18 metres,
Go.
plenty of field to play with on the right-hand side for Maguire to put this kick in. Shorter, chased hard by Hardacre, and taken on the full. The referee decides by John Wilkin.
Danny Maguire won't be happy with that kick, because if you do a cross kick, you got to put hang time on for the players to get under it, and that's why, you know, he was disappointed when he kicked that. But I do see they are asking questions of the St Helens defence. You know, when you've got Percival and Swift, you can see that they're not sure. They're coming in, they're staying out, they're not communicating well in defence. And you've seen that Leeds have spotted that already.
Well, I think it's the strategy of the Saints defence when they are outnumbered is that they both do come in, and here's a break. There we go.
The break is on from Percival, has support from Swift, and Swift running away from Watkins. And despite the despairing lunge in defence by Callum Watkins, Adam Swift will score, and St Helens back in it again.
That's a great ball, good angle, and as we were mentioning, Percival and Swift, they are brilliant in attack. Great, I tell you what, there was great scramble defence by Leeds there, and this guy showed how quick he is by running away from Callum Watkins. That is a brilliant response from St Helens.
Just hold your 10s out wide, mate.
Just what they needed, just what the game needed.
There you go, it's a fracture in the middle of the field and an offload that creates a great ball from Soliola. Percival, it's a great line, and all that needs to happen here is for Swift to get on the end, and aptly named. Callum Watkins, as quick as he is, ain't going to catch that guy.
I tell you what, I thought Callum Watkins had the angle on him, but a great angle there. Lovely pass. Good finish in that as well. This guy can run a bit.
There's the fellow on the other wing who's been getting a lot of the accolades this year, Tommy Nakinson, and with good reason, because he's scored some miraculous tries. But Adam Swift quietly keeps on producing, doesn't he? What is it, 26 appearance today for St Helens, 25 tries. It's not a bad return.
You know, I tell you what, though, you know, the 2 tries scored already. It's been clever distribution of the pass, and just one little mistake by stepping in from St Helens defence, and I think it was Danny Maguire in that instance. They hit the hole, and they make you pay.
Rick Walsh. He's been a revelation since his signing from Penrith. Just what St Helens needed, I think, is the common consent. His kicking is pretty good, as he's just proven. All square again. Leeds 6, St Helens 6.
Lovely kick.
It's boiling up.
Well, we've got the day for it, haven't we? The pass before here, from before he gets to Percival, Soliola, is a peach, because he sees him on the fly and hits him with a 15-metre pass that not many back rowers in today's game would manage to handle.
Got a game on.
Kevin Sinfield with a restart. Lomax is careful. Here comes Wormsley.
It's not how he runs the ball, isn't he? He's got his hands out in front of him. You see a lot of them carrying with ball in chest.
I still don't think he's going to pass it.
No, I don't think he's going to pass it as well. But there he is,
second carry in the set.
Look now,
Due for a bit of work today.
Go, 3.
Like a couple of cavemen in the front row, aren't they? Wormsley and Amor. We've got the beards for it. Here's Soliola.
I bet you didn't go down the sideline and say that to him, would he?
Go, 4.
I tell you what, they got Soliali running at Danny Maguire.
Here's the other fella, Amor. Famously dressed up at the end of season. As a tramp, when they all got dressed up in fancy dress last year, and people actually thought he was a tramp. There were people who wouldn't let him into various establishments because they thought he was a down-and-out Carl Amor.
On now.
So convincing is that beard of his. Here comes Hardacre, runs it back beyond the 20, and Leeds looking to re-establish a bit of momentum here.
Go, Kyle!
You can see there, just edging the territory.
Come on!
Great weather, good game,
Dave.
Dave.
On now, boys, on 10! Hold!
Good work by Hall as well.
Here's Maguire.
Thanks for that.
3 on now, Kyle!
Sinfield to Peacock. Good carry by Peacock.
So they've warmed into this challenge, haven't they, St Helens? Their contact's got better, their line speed's got better.
Sinfield. Delaney. Here comes a final tackle in this little sequence, so what do Leeds do? It's going to be on the left boot of Burrow to send it high and spinning. Oh, there's a bit of a look at each other from Swift and Lomax, and the bounce will find Percival, but he in turn can't get out of play. Well, the winger and the fullback were just in discussion when the ball was in mid-air as to who was going to go for it.
Absolutely right, Dave. Both Swift and Lomax looked at each other. Nobody took the decision to go claim that. It's up to Percival to clean it up. What might have been a try, so he does really well. A goal line dropout because they can't clean the play up.
You've got to have good communication there, but you know the Leeds tactic straight away. Every time they kick, they're going to put air time on it, hang time on it, and cause disruption in the St Helens defence.
Taking their time to get some oxygen back in the lungs, St Helens, before Lomax wellies it downfield. And here it comes back with a little interest from Ian Kirk, who's hit Amor and taken him back a stride or two.
Good run.
Just on from the bench, Ian Kirk. Here's Peacock. That's a very decent effort from the old man as well.
Alex, back 10, see ya!
Calm down, Dave. Oh, man.
Sinfield. Burrow. Ablett, Hardacre has to reach, Turner in turn can't keep hold of him, and Hardacre.
It's good defence initially by Turner, but you've got to nail him.
Sinfield. Here's Maguire. Callum Watkins is the man who's coming back on the angle here. Amor's grabbed a hold of him, and between them, him and Roby managing to pull him down, but they've still got tackles in the bag here, Leeds. Delaney, Burrow, Ablett. Easy meat for the waiting defenders. Sinfield to Maguire. Maguire just tries to thread it through. It hits boots and it's picked up, and Saints will have it back again. Oh, it's been lost. Maguire picks up, goes over. The referee might have to give the try here, as cruel as it may be. I think it's Walsh who's on the floor, who's injured when he picked it up, but Maguire picked it up and put it down. Video referee required. Let's hear from that video referee.
That's what we're looking for. Tackle complete.
So on the kick, everybody in that vicinity is onside, so that's okay, so we can jog on from that. We need to then see if there's a knock-on, so we need a really close in angle, please, if possible, to see if St Helens knock-on.
You don't see what happened then?
So that's off his feet, that's fine. That's okay. That's a tackle completed there. So we need to jog it on from here. We can't give a try because the tackle has been completed, so the ball is therefore not back in play. Can I just have a closer in angle, please, to see how the ball comes out, if it's stolen or just lost? But we can't give a try because the play's stopped, if you like, the ball's dead. So there's no knock on there of St Helens at that point. So that's play on, he's still got the ball there. The tackle's completed, there's no still, now he's injured, he's lost the ball, so it's going to have to be a scrum down, and it's going to be St Helens head of ball. No try, scrum down, St Helens head of ball.
Lost the ball because he's injured, no try, your ball.
We can't play on, Rich.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anyone on the ground is going to be surprised.
Scrum down there, ball.
Pantomime reactions from both sets of fans, but look at the greater concern there was the damage done to Luke Walsh.
Yes, it's definitely his right elbow. He saw it, a little bit of hyperextension. He's already got it strapped up, so...
He's lost the ball because he's injured, so...
Well, just for our viewers watching, not clear with the rules there, the tackles have been deemed to be complete on Luke Walsh, so the ball's not in play, so it's a scrum down with head and feet to St Helens. Maguire picks the ball up when Luke Walsh gets injured.
Tackle's complete anyway.
It'll be very worrying for St Helens. Your main organiser, main ball player, main kicker is carrying an injury to the elbow. He doesn't look, he feel confident about it now. And if you're a Leeds player, that's all you do is run at this guy's right arm.
Okay, mate.
A reminder, no Lance O'Hire in the St Helens 17 today, so he
One up now, Jamie!
It probably would have been an
Hold!
option off the bench.
Go,
Paul
one.
Wellens is on the bench. He's been playing in the halves a time or two this year.
Play everywhere, won't he?
Well,
Release it!
Lomax can play in the half as well.
Hold! Go, 2.
Wellens and Wilkin was the half-back partnership for the witness game on
Now,
Easter Monday,
Jamie!
wasn't it?
Go, 3.
There he is.
Roby's off from dummy half and going.
4, Joe,
Massoa.
move! Back! Hold! Go, 4. Play on.
Makinson
Last, Ian, move!
half dragging his body through that
Square
Leeds line,
boys.
making it
Go.
just inside Leeds territory. Wilkin on that left foot,
Josh, you're off!
hoisting it high. Not exactly a cloudless sky, but
Down.
a clear sky for
One.
Briscoe to look
Come
up
down,
into and
Ian,
catch
hold
it safely.
set.
In that set
Go.
there, you didn't see Luke Walsh. And now he's defending in the
Two.
right
Up
centre
now, John.
position. So you've got to look.
Hold.
If you're a Leeds player, you've got to
Go,
be looking
two.
now for Luke Walsh in the defensive line. Test that right elbow.
What's
Three,
coming
Josh,
clear just for our
move.
viewers again
Hold
at home,
James, wait for the goal,
tactically
wait.
St Helens are putting
Go.
the ball high.
Three.
Now there's a reason for that. They'll have watched footage of what Hardacre and Hall and Briscoe and how strong they are on the run. Here we see an example from
Four,
Ryan Hall
Jordan,
if you
move.
give him a running opportunity. So they're going really, really high. So it's a standing start for the catches and they can handle them defensively.
The one thing they can't do is kick directly to them.
South stand just below us are claiming the virtues of Ryan
guys.
Hall, the winger who his determination provoking that penalty, and Leeds in good position here again.
One up
Kirk,
now,
Very,
James!
very wide
James.
centre field position from on tackle 1.
Kyle, come on,
Sinfield
hold
to
set.
Burrow. Here's Ablett.
Joe,
And
release!
if there were questions about Luke Walsh, well, he bravely hung on there. This is Burrow with a little dodge and a weave. He's looking to isolate the big fellas.
Move now, get square!
Go between maybe tiring bodies, but Massoa was fairly fresh from the interchange bench, so not called out on that occasion. Hardacre to Watkins. Watkins with a step, and the pass that went behind.
That's a great tackle, mine, Percival. I thought he'd done him on the outside. I think they've got it. They just can't stand off a little bit. I feel that St Helens are standing off, maybe giving the Leeds centres and outside backs a little bit too much respect. They've got to push up and close the space down a little bit.
Danny McDermott, coach here at Leeds, of course. He's a 2-time Challenge Cup winner as well. Both of those with Bradford also, former Great Britain international.
Send again, loose forward, mate. Loose forward.
Don't forget a little later as well, join us on the Red Button Forum, hashtag BBCRL, at BBC Sport. If you want to get in touch with us on Twitter, you can do it on Facebook as well. And Instagram at
One up now, Danny! Hold! Go, 1.
Soliola.
Good run.
2, get in!
Some of these blokes getting into it. Amor and Watkins had a crack at each other. It's like two big giant stags locking horns
3
and
up now,
crashing
Brett!
into each other.
Square! Hold, go!
Roby. Massoa has passed the ball to Walsh, and Walsh lobs it over the top. It's nice to Turner, and Turner gets it away to Makinson, and Makinson putting the foot down. Ablett's after him, kick back on the inside. Lomax chasing this bounce, taken well by Briscoe, and Briscoe launches it the other way. Wilkins in his way, but they've kept it alive. Here comes Burrow, Burrow with a dodge and a weave and a dance and a dart. This is wonderful. Here's Moon, and
good shot.
it into.
Good shot,
Put
that
it
is.
into.
We had everything. Strictly come dancing, footwork from Rob Burrow, and then boom, get that into you.
So great play by St Helens, the free Makinson. But again, the loose kick, and you've got to switch on because Briscoe can go the length.
Wouldn't mind seeing Louis McCarthy Scarsbrook on Strictly Come Dancing. Step away.
Good hands.
Briscoe.
It's a great game this is so far. It's got it all. 23 minutes gone. This is a proper cup tie.
Two proper teams. Two teams in their top at this stage of the season.
Pass up there, Massey!
5 gone.
Hold!
So here comes the last again.
Go!
Maguire just prodding it, chipping it high. Walsh having a look. Oh, McCarthy Scarsbrook was intent on blocking the run. And as such, the ball was allowed to bounce, and Lomax takes it. It's a dropout underneath the sticks.
Well, the high kick is causing huge problems in St Helens' defence. There's no one really dictating or controlling that area.
Well, Scarsbrook went to do what we call escort, which is take a running offensive player off the ball and protect a catcher. What they forgot to see was there was no catcher there.
Tanya Arnold, I think, has got some news from the touchline. Tanya.
Yeah, they're doing running repairs on Luke Walsh in back play. He twisted his elbow, and that's what's caused him the problem.
Here's Peacock.
Good run.
Oh, this is good effort from Jamie Peacock, but he's lost the ball. Wilkin picks it up. St Helens get a let-off here. That's a huge let-off, actually, isn't it?
Come down, boys!
They're going to be under the cosh for 6 tackles.
Go, Zulu!
Certainly a hand in there.
One, no! Sam's come over to make a tackle.
Wilkin. Soliola. To offload it, but Wilkin's immediately in trouble by those swarming Leeds defenders.
Go,
Amor. Direct route for him.
3 up now, boys! Square! Hold!
Doesn't seem to be a lot of wind there, but if there is anything, it's certainly favouring Leeds in the first half.
That's far, can't move!
Some of these challenges in the middle are like Wild West shootouts. It's just
outside.
Wilkin, he might have overcooked that. No, it's not. It's actually judged it to perfection in terms of the ball bouncing just the right side of the touchline.
I think we were looking at Mossy Massot walking to that scrum. I think he was real pleased that it bounced this side of the try line.
Looks good headingly, doesn't it? By the way, full marks to Ryan Golding, who's the groundsman here. He was working here till 1:30 in the morning, slept in the stadium overnight, got up at 6 o'clock this morning, him and his team.
Come on.
And we've got a carpet of a pitch out there. It looks lovely headingly, doesn't it?
It's a great place to play. It is a brilliant place to come and play.
Come on.
That's when a lot of teams get it wrong, you know. You coming here and playing here is absolutely fabulous, and if you can engender that spirit as Nathan Brown was in the Saints team and enjoy the grass, enjoy the crowd booing you, all those things.
Ryan Hall is enjoying his moment here. A big hand off from McCarthy Scarsbrook in his face.
He's massive for a winger. He is a great ball carrier.
Careful, Jordan, come on.
He is like built like a second row, isn't he, Ryan Hall?
3 on now, James. Back 6. Go.
Burrow.
Here he goes.
Dancing Soliola grabs him round the neck. He's only a little fella, ref, will be his defence.
Well, you have to squash him. Well, that's not me being disrespectful. You have to squash tackle him because otherwise he'll run away from you.
Maguire with a juggle. Here comes Ablett with the angle, trying to make some room. And
good play.
Moon felt he had made some room. Metkinson was in quickly, but good hands from Moon. And now Ablett.
He's causing some problems, Ablett.
Last, Josh. Square, go.
Sinfield on the last tackle, leads for the moment, going through hands, but Hardacre pumps it over the top. Lomax again catches it on the floor, and again it's a tap back on the 20.
I think that was going out anyway, so... But another... That example there are enough defenders to close the space down. I think they've got to come up a little bit faster on that left-hand side defensively.
Two, Jamie, release! Go, 2.
Roby. Show to Jones, and off he
3,
went.
Danny up! Back Leeds! Go, 3.
Wilkin.
Get square, Brett, you're not square!
This is young Greg Richards, 18 years of age.
4, release, Mitch! Go!
Literally half the age of Jamie Peacock. Here's Wilkin.
5, release, Kevin!
John Wilkins saw Peacock there, just had a go at him.
Walsh.
Oh, good!
It's a test here for Ryan Hall, because St Helens defenders are up there, but Hall has taken it safely.
And that's the difference, you know, when Leeds put the high kicks up, everyone is under it, everyone is chasing and competing for it, whereas Saints haven't just managed that yet.
I just think that they haven't had a clean shot on the ball, and I think their coach will be more concerned about giving the Leeds' back 3 a running opportunity than they will, so the defenders are there. When he catches the ball, nail him. If you can't get a clean catch in it, probably don't compete.
I think the difference is that the hang time is slightly longer with Leeds. Great ball.
Hardacre, terrific pass. Briscoe, forward pass. And opened up Saints between them, but final pass was illegal.
I think it's about the 5th or 6th error from Leeds, but they won't stop them playing this way. They have a lot of success there. Their ball movement this year has been exceptional, and Saints are similar, and that's why I said at the top of the show I thought it was about what you do with your possession rather than how much possession you get. Both these teams are good footballing teams.
That was a great ball by Hardacre. great pass, good vision. And again, it's just there were enough defenders there. They're just unsure of what each other's doing at the moment. They've got to communicate on that left-hand side. Saints.
Jack Greenwood for the interchange bench. It's good again from Josh Jones. Roby. Walsh seems to be recovered. Wilkin. Percival's taken a slip, but he's found his feet again quickly enough, and Leeds need to find their mark with defence, and they have done. Walsh. Shaped as though he's going to pump a really big pass out to the right-hand side, but went short.
This is the kind of set that Saints want to put together. They've had a pass play or 2 or 3 on the left, and they came back with another pass play that's asking lots of questions of this Leeds team.
It's big Mossy Masai, but really not in his momentum, because Leeds defenders closing in very quickly, 4 of them. Wilkin on the right foot, slides it to the in-goal area, but Hardacre with an easy pick-up in the end.
And again, Brian, I don't know what. Because the Leeds defence is so difficult to break down, that's why it's so important on the last tackle, Dave, to make sure that you try and get something from that kick, because the defence is so solid.
Oh, here's Hall again. He's doing the job today, isn't he, Ryan Hall?
Release Joe!
He's a runaway truck today.
Burrow has gapped out at dummy half. Burrow ducks on. Has to do the old rollover. Walsh just got a hand on him. Burrow does the tipple-topple double somersault, and here comes Peacock, who just brushes off young Greg Richards and says, "There you are, young man." That's what it means to play prop forward. Richards is up to try and make another tackle. Delaney slipped past him.
Yeah, a few half breaks now, a few tackles been falling off.
Sinfield on the 6th. Swift underneath this, should be safely patched, it is. But that's where they start. It's not a bad kick. That's where St Helens have to start. So tight from that touchline, and players struggling to get behind the play the ball here as well.
Yeah, this is where the backs have got to come in and help their forwards. A few tired legs out there.
Oh, there he goes.
3, Kelly up!
9.5 minutes of the first half remaining. It's Greenwood. Lifted, thought about the offload.
That's 4, Kelly! Leeds, go 4.
Jordan Turner.
Good play too. His forwards a rest.
Stand, go!
Wilkin on the left foot just drills it downfield.
Now the chase is supposed to be good.
Hold them now, mate.
Hardacre has a look, sees if there are any chinks in that line, and
1 on down, Greg!
doesn't find
Back
any.
10, hold! Go!
Here's Watkins. Great athleticism from Callum Watkins.
I just love those fights when they're stood up. I don't literally mean the fight, the wrestle is just 2 stacks going each other.
Tackling stints on both sides. You can see that St Helens having to do more work in defence down the middle.
What is it with you and Stags? What is it with you and Stags?
I think I watched it. National Geographic last night.
That was a risky pass. Makinson sniffing an opportunity. Moon would have been offside had he tried to pick that up.
First knock on.
First one.
St Helens head and feet.
It's either that or Walt Disney film.
Drinking too much of the stuff.
What are you two going on about, by the way? I'm busy watching the game.
Well, he's saying I'm using Stags too much. You know, the antlers, and trying to create imagery for our wonderful viewers, and now he's having a pop at me because I keep mentioning Stags.
Don't underestimate the power of the metaphor, Jiffy.
All right.
And this week of Shakespeare's birthday, the metaphor comes to the fore.
That's poor Jiffy, I knew a Stag.
Just leave it.
Out!
Here's Lomax. Soliola.
1 on down, Cal!
He's been a testing presence.
Go!
And St Helens have had possession as well today. That's a good spin from Josh Jones.
Out! Release the outbreaks! 2, hold! Go, 2.
Richards.
3 on down,
There are certain players in certain teams that go unnoticed for
Go, 3.
a couple of seasons, and then suddenly everybody starts to realise how hard they work, what a great job they do.
He's been hit hard as well, watch again.
Here comes Soliola. Soliola has ripped Helens up temporarily, but here they come again. Lomax.
Great tackle.
Great tackle.
Had to make it, picked him out, nailed him.
They look to this right-hand side there. Walsh trying to force it through the hands of Jordan Turner and out of play into the south stand. Ryan Hall again. Ryan Hall again.
Ryan Hall has spotted the overlap, made a decision, had to make that tackle, say to score. Great play, Ryan Hall, once again.
There's Burrow. There they come.
The minute you take your eye off anything here, Woodsy, somebody makes a break. One of these back three, or Ablett here coming. Got a great game on ours. Walsham making a Soliola previously a second ago, made a break and nearly released Percival back on the inside and Swift. Don't take your eyes off this one.
Well, the point I was trying to make before with Josh Jones, he is that kind of player. You look at Ben Westwood at Warrington a couple of seasons and then all of a sudden everybody realised how important he was to the team. And Josh Jones is one of those who's a real engine, isn't he? In that St Helens side. Here's Lomax. Swift. Dodging away from Briscoe and putting the foot down and just about collared by Callum Watkins, and good job too, otherwise he was away. Nakinson searching down that left-hand side. Really tracked out the play. And the ref says he's lost it here. Not stolen, lost it. I think he's going to give head and feet to Leeds.
He was being dragged in the touch and he tries to release it. That's a big mistake.
Yeah, me too.
Hit the ground, stay there. They can't drag it from there. He didn't have to throw that in. He didn't have to throw that pass. He panicked, and now big opportunity, good field position for Leeds.
Tom, this is still holding the ball.
Only 4 minutes and a half remaining. That's gone quickly, hasn't it?
Lost it. Okay. Out!
Here's Burrow to Maguire. Hardacre. Stop-start, little tippy-tappy run of his, and out it goes to Ryan Hall, and Hall, nothing tippy-tappy about him. That's terrific, absolutely terrific by Hall, and Hardacre will finish as a result. Hats off to Hall again. Hardacre's in for his second. It's the winger what needed. It's a terrific Leeds try.
Well, it's a winger who made the mistake making, son, a winger who makes it. Hardacre is there again. You cannot fall off tackles with this Leeds side.
Second try of the game for Leeds.
Straight from the scrum, they're trying to get Ryan Hall on the outside. Hardacre skips and great pass from Moon, and it's a miss from Walsh, really. You know, elbow there, obviously protecting it. Ryan Hall beats two people. Hardacre backing up his own play from the inside after Moon. There he is. There's his skip to the outside. Flick pass from Moon. Hall on the rampage and releases Hardacre. Jones misses the tackle, which was a crucial one. And
it's a good spinner of the tackle of Hardacre. He saw the tackle coming and he rode the tackle of Jones, Josh Jones. But all coming from an unnecessary play by Makinson. He just didn't have to panic. He just had to hold on to it. Well, they should have been up in the Leeds half. They put themselves under pressure just before half-time as well.
Kevin Sinfield loves to stick the knife into St Helens. This is the 18th consecutive match against St Helens in which he's scored against them. This will be his second goal if he puts it over.
Time.
That's good. That's good. It's 2 out of 2 for Kevin Sinfield. It's 12 points to 6 Leeds lead. And it's a pretty good time to score a try so close to half-time.
Yeah, it's a good flip pass by Bowen there. Releases this guy. He's been tremendous in the first half. That's a very good spin and finish by Zach Hardacre.
well, Hall's probably been the difference, hasn't it, between the two teams?
St
I think he has,
Helens 6.
He is like an extra forward. He carries the ball so well. He comes out the tackles. I think he has been a difference.
Stay on, boys.
Reminded, Jiffy, that you get to choose the man of the match today, by the way, just to plant that thought into your mind.
Yeah, well, at half-time, you won man.
Because I know they sometimes don't tell you, do they, until 3 minutes before the end.
Usually helps.
That's one, I'm now, see it! Hold! Go, one.
It's Kylie Luluai. That's a good try.
2, I'm now, great!
Kylie
Square! Go, 2.
New Zealand born Samoan international. Sinfield to Maguire to Ablett. Jordan Turner.
3, I'm now,
Rattling
Joe!
up with the help of
Hold,
Greenwood.
Hold, go, 3.
90 seconds
4,
under
release, Joe!
in this first half remaining. Burrow picks up from dummy half again.
Saints have got to concentrate now because Leeds will try and get something just before half-time once again.
Here's Watkins coming at pace. Brushes away from Percival, gets the arms free, but then Swift making sure that ball is pinned to his chest, so he can't get the offload out.
This will go up. This will go up, last one.
Six tackle, Sinfield gets it away just before Massoa gets to him. Maybe not the kick he was hoping for because of that pressure, and Turner catches safely enough into the final minute.
Go, 1.
Making some...
2, I'm now, Ken! Hold! Go, 2.
Lomax, dummies to Soliola, and almost through.
3, Galloway up!
Shot at him there as well, Kalulai.
Greg Richards.
That's 4, I'm now, Denny!
Big hits going in, I
What's
tell
he
you.
doing amongst all these old men, Greg Richards, running into the middle of them and finding it a tough afternoon in Leeds.
Last, Denny up!
Greenwood.
Square, Kylie! Go!
Roby.
Oh,
Walsh. Shouldn't be too much pressure here on Briscoe. He should catch this safely enough and does. We've got 9 seconds left to play.
And again, you know, I don't think there's a lack of communication there between the kicker and the chase. The chase wasn't good, easy for Briscoe.
2, Greg up!
40 minutes are up. The hooter sounds. The referee will blow his whistle on what has been a pretty good first half between two top pedigree sides, but 2 from Hardacre have made the difference, and Leeds leading here by 12 points to 6 at half-time at Headingley.
James, what was the difference in that first half between you?
I think Leeds obviously played well. We didn't have the best of starts, dropping it from the kick-off again, but we clawed our way back into the game. But for a team like Leeds, we need to be at it 40 minutes.
James, Kevin, slight relief to have your noses in front at the end of that first half?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Some quite a few errors there. Uncharacteristic of us of late, so I think Saints have been similar. Whoever gets a grip of this game early in that second half will go on and win, I think.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin Sinfield saying they'd made some errors, had Leeds, but they have dominated the possession. 61% to Saints 30%, and they've dominated the territory as well. 60 and 40. And they've had 7 repeat sets as well to Saints 2. And yet, Earl, the gap between the two sides is just the 6 points.
Honestly, looking at this game, I don't know how St Helens are actually still in it, and I think he's taking a lot of energy out of them though. It's not the best position to be in, a poor start to the game, but Leeds playing pretty well for me.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan Brown can take comfort from the fact that there's only 6 points difference, despite Leeds' dominance.
No, that's exactly right. He wanted to see a great start from his team. Obviously the first kick-off, and then what did they do? They spilled the ball, error after error, and I think in that whole first half they only had 1 ball in the opposition's 22, and I think that shows the difference between the two teams.
You've both mentioned the start, and Nathan Brown said going into this, our starts to a game are a big issue. Our first contribution is always an error. This is the 3rd game on the trot that they've done this, Earl.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. We've seen it before just off simple carries, but this is where you need the biggest start. You want to be the team that gets on the front foot, and he runs in as hard as he can, and he's thinking about the collision, where to run. Kaluluai's fallen over there, and that's when he's dropped the ball. It's a lack of concentration. You need to be a little bit smarter.
And once you start making the first error in a game and then you do it in the second, will that be in the minds of all players as they go into a game?
Well, the game of a magnitude like this, there's a lot of emotional energy that you're burning through anyway. You know it's do or die, it's a Challenge Cup, so you've only got 1 chance. So you come into the game already tense. Then an error like that, next minute you're defending your own try line. It burns a lot of juice out of you. And that's what you find yourself within the first set, you're blowing. point, you're tired, and that can compound the errors, error upon error upon error. It makes the opening 5-10 minutes of the game very difficult indeed.
Zach Hardaker's got both Leeds tries this afternoon, and yet Saints have had a hand in both as well.
Well, that's exactly right. You can see Rob Burrow goes to put a kick down, and I think it just skims the back of Jones's head there. You just see it just comes off, and it's unlucky, but because he leaves the ground, it means that he's making a play at the kick itself. So if he had just stands and the ball had played the back of his head, it would have been all right. But you see Atchurch there, and there Percival has to make a decision. Does he stay wide? Does he go for the fullback Hardaker, or does he come in? He comes in on Atchurch and allows a 3-on-1 in the play. And there you can see just momentum gets him over the try line. He gets the strength to put the ball down, and that's the difference between the two teams. You can see that two areas back-to-back mistakes.
If Makinson had held on to that early, it could have been a different story.
Yeah, that's one of those decisions again. If he holds the ball, he gets carried into touch, then it's their penalty. But again, Ryan Hall is absolutely killing it in this game so far. And Zach Hardaker always in the right positions, in support, scores a brilliant try. And it's as he skips across the field as well here. They've just got a great hands, they're playing with confidence. But Ryan Hall, he beats 4 tacklers there and has the presence of mind to offload the ball back in the middle where Zach Hardaker's pushing up in support as always.
The back three have been decent for Leeds, haven't they? Both defensively and offensively. I mean, if you give Ryan Hall the ball, he's going to cause the opposition problem.
Well, the reality is Ryan Hall is massive. He's a big man, and he's like having a front rower on your wing that can run the 100 in under 10 seconds. And he's got great balance on his side. And look, Josh Jones is a big bloke as well. He's playing in the forwards today, and he took that and he rode it. And look, he's finished on his front. And defensively, he makes the right decisions as well. He had to get out of the line and shut it down. They had a 4-on-1 outside him. So as a winger, he had to get to him.
Is it like tackling the forward when you try and tackle him?
It is tackling a forward.
It is, yeah.
Like it, because he is absolutely huge. Look, he's tensing his biceps there perfectly through. It's just showing how big
you knew the camera was on him.
Unbelievable, but you know what? It's a smart bloke as well. He makes the right decisions, and that one way he's shooting out the line, he knows exactly what he's doing, and when the kick goes over, he calls for it. He does the small things right as well.
Leeds, as we said, have been very impressive defensively, so Saints have to take any opportunity that they're getting. And the Adam Swift try was virtually their first opportunity, wasn't it?
And that's right, Chappers, because Leeds are giving them absolutely nothing. But if they do get the opportunities, they will take them. There you see Danny Maguire just come in off his defensive player, comes in on Sia Solio and leaves Percival in space, and then he gets the ball out to Swift. And actually see there, Swift there has to leave the ground to keep the ball just behind him. And that shows his speed, because what wingers want, they want the ball in front of them so they can keep the cadence of their run going just right. The ball there, he just leaves the ground to get it, but he still has the ability, and forgive the pun, he's swift enough to get to the try line.
I'm not sure whether I will forgive that or not, but I presume the problem is if you get it slightly behind you, it checks your momentum.
That's it, and you leave the ground just so you can hit the ground in the right footstep, because if you just stay down there, you have to reach back and then you're really messing up. So just leave the ground, gives you a second in the air, but then you have to kick off again. Now Watkins, who was trailing him back, he's no slouch, and to be able to do that, like I said, I'm not going to say it again, but he was quick enough to get to the try line.
You're fighting it, aren't you? You're fighting to say every time you talk about it. We spoke pre-match, didn't we, about the experience that there maybe is with Leeds and less so as far as Saints are concerned. There's a lack of communication maybe at times as well for Saints.
Yeah, this is a worrying thing. I think as the kick goes in, someone needs to take control of what's actually happening there. The chase isn't brilliant, really. There's an Ablett through the middle there, but it's all staggered. Off the back of that, the St Helens players are obviously not talking to each other. Nobody's taking control, and in that position, that's where you've got to take most control and be confident in the players around you. It looks like people are looking at each other, blaming each other when someone needs to grab hold of it.
Nothing drives a forward pack more crazy than the ball not being taken. That's their job. Their job is to run into the teeth of the opposition. The back's job is to take that ball and make it secure.
Although the interesting point that the boys made in commentary as well was that maybe Leeds are more comfortable under the high ball because Saints are in some ways allowing them to take the high ball so that they can set themselves ready for the run. They don't want to maybe challenge it and then leave themselves exposed. Is that fair?
Well, I don't know really. I think it's down to the kick itself and the kick chase off the back of it. But if you're not winning the energy battle in the first instance by dropping the ball on the first set, it makes it very hard to kick chase as well. Leeds are very professional in everything they're doing. The small bits of the game, they're doing really well.
Let's look at the contrast in Hardacre and Johnny Lomax. We looked at them as a head-to-head at the start, didn't we?
Yeah, this was the exciting battle. For me so far, it has been probably the best battle of the game. Johnny Lomax slightly behind there, and it's probably off the back of the tries, but also the lack of communication and the drop balls at the back.
I'd say another thing as well. Obviously, Hardacre is just getting over top of him because he scored 2 tries. But one of the crucial things is that he's getting time and space to play in. The Leeds forward pack are setting that platform. They're busting up the St Helens defensive line, and everything that is coming at Johnny Lomax at the moment is having players in his face. When the opposite side of that, Zach Hardacre, for example, has that space. He's got time to make sure that he can get around and get some space, and that gives you confidence. That gives you real confidence.
So they need to limit Zach Hardacre's space.
Yeah, definitely. I think they need to stop the ball in the middle of the field, and when it gets out into space, I mean, off the back of this, Zach Hardacre, that's probably his only error. You can see how disappointed. But this pass back on the outside through the middle is in position perfectly.
And then we'll just see his second try once again.
And that's a good job of what a fullback's supposed to do. You release and then you follow. You release and you follow. All fullbacks will say they come to the back end of their career. 80% of their tries come off the back end of someone else's good work.
Leeds are 12-6 up at half-time, and that kind of backs up exactly what was being said in the Twitter vote before the game. We asked you who you thought you would win. 64% of you thought Leeds would win, 36% going with St Helens. And speaking of social media, we want your thoughts and your views now. Just use hashtag BBCRL or at BBC Sports, or go to the Facebook page and we'll be on the red button from 4:30 until around 5 o'clock. Then you've got the quarter-final draw Monday evening at 6:30 on the BBC News channel. And all the action from the 5th round of the Tetley's Challenge Cup on the Super League show. If you live in the north, you can see that on BBC One at 5 to midnight. If you live elsewhere in the country, then it'll be available on the BBC iPlayer from Tuesday. And if what you've seen this afternoon has made you want to get involved in rugby league at any level, then you just go to the BBC website, bbc.co.uk/get-inspired, as those Saints players get ready to come out for the second half, which is just moments away. The last time Leeds won the Challenge Cup was back in 1999. They've been in 6 finals since then. Ray French's Challenge Cup memories this week looks back at one of their close shaves.
In the year 2003, with Wembley being completely rebuilt, the 4th Challenge Cup final to be played at a rugby union ground took place at the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff between the Bradford Bulls and Leeds, with Bradford just eking out a very, very narrow win by 22 points to 20. But my word, how they were nearly beaten in that final 9-10 minutes, but for a tremendous, vigorous defence from the Bulls. With about 7 minutes to play, there was only 2 points the difference. Leeds were offered a penalty. Kevin Sinfield had the choice, go for goal and make a draw. I'm sure Kevin would have kicked that goal. Or be a little bit more ambitious, and with 7 minutes to play and attacking in full on that Bradford line, go for a try. They did. Never went for goal. They never scored a try. And Bradford clinched the game in those final minutes by 22 points to 20.
Ray's Challenge Cup memory there. The Leeds players are ready to come out for the second half. Let's talk to a man who's been in that Leeds change room. He's also been in a Saints changing room as well, and a Wigan 1-2, won 3 Challenge Cups with Wigan, 1 with Saints. Tanya is with the Beast.
Yes, I am, otherwise known as Kevin Iro. Kevin, what do you make of this game? Are you enjoying it?
Oh, it's been a great game and very even. And yeah, I think anyone's going to win the game today.
Do you pick sides, given you play for both of these?
Well, I'd say I'd have to, since I played with Paul Helens and he's still playing, I'd have to go with him. He's not going to talk with him, so I'm going to have to go with the Saints today. But yeah, no, it could be anyone's.
You must have amazing memories of the Challenge Cup from your playing days.
Yeah, you know, it's got a special place in everyone's heart in England, and Challenge Cup, you know, just to say you played in one's awesome. But for me, you know, probably the first one. You never forget that. And back in '87 against Halifax, and I really, you know, hold that dear.
And you look back on those Wigan days, it was such a dominant Wigan form then, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. We had a great side, and you know, we won a few cups. Then you know, I think I went to 4 with them, so, and won all 4. So yeah, it was an awesome time.
And how would you have described yourself as a player back then?
I don't know. I mean, you can look back now and say, you know, I wish I could have done that and been more consistent. But hey, you know.
I mean, they nicknamed you the Beast, and we were talking before. You reckon the players are getting bigger and stronger, don't they?
They are, yeah. I mean, you look at the kids back in New Zealand now, especially the Polynesian boys and in the islands, and you know, you can get them over 6'4", 6'5" at the age of 14 and 15 now, and it's pretty scary.
You wouldn't have liked to have been running at them then?
No, not at all.
So how do you think this is going to go in the second half?
Well, I think if Saints sort of put some more dents down the middle before they go wide, they could, you know, do some damage. But Leeds are playing very well, and obviously Hall on the wing there is just killing it. If they can get out to him and be a little bit more patient, I think they can win.
Enjoy the second half. Thanks for talking to us, Kevin.
Thank you.
The players may be getting bigger and stronger. Fortunately, the shorts are getting bigger as well. God, they were very tight back in those days, weren't they, Robbie?
I mean, I remember watching those finals growing up in New Zealand and waking up and actually wanted to be like them. Big shoulder pads, big baggy shirts, and teeny-weeny little shorts.
Teeny weeny shorts. Speaking of teeny in the nicest possible sense, you can see Rob Burrow there. You may get a little you may have had a sneak preview of what we're about to show you. This was fantastic, Earl. Have you ever tried to do this?
No, I don't think are you kidding me? There's absolutely no chance. There'd be an earthquake if I actually did that, but that don't bode well for me. Look, I'd be like Stanley G, and that's what he used to do when he scored pretty much every try, and I've seen even him coming up with a bad back after the back of it.
He's been very good, hasn't he, in that first half, Rob Burrow. He's as Brian said in commentary, strictly come dancing footwork every time he gets the ball.
He's devastating. At the moment, he's in great form because Leeds are punching holes in St Helens' line. And in yardage, Rob Burrow gets out of act in half and he breaks up their line, and they're just able to play off the back of it. They can release those edges, Hall on one side, Briscoe on the other. It's devastating for Leeds, and that's what they're doing so well. That's what St Helens needs to combat.
As you can see, Rob Burrow coming back out. Saints are already out as well. They'll need to fly out of the blocks in this second half, maybe not start it as they started the first half. So sit back and enjoy this second half with our commentary team who are combining rugby league and the natural world this afternoon. Brian Noble, Jonathan Davis and Dave Woods.
Well, it's set up nicely, isn't it? Leeds, 11 times Challenge Cup winners. St Helens, 12 times Challenge Cup winners. Only twice in the last 14 years has a final not featured at one of these two. So that is the cup pedigree we're watching today. Talking about Challenge Cup memories as well, it's great to hear from Kevin Iro saying the first one is always the most unforgettable. 1987 against Halifax. It was 88. The memory's going. 1988 Wigan against Halifax. 87 was St Helens against Halifax.
I tell you what, though, he's on about the big boys playing now. I had to play against Kevin Iro. He was massive.
He had a brother who was pretty good as well, wasn't he?
I played against him as well. He's bigger.
Here they go, underway. Reminiscing put to one side for a moment as Leeds get possession in these early stages, leading as they do by 12 points to 6. 40 minutes to sort this one out in the sunshine at Headingley. We don't get sick about talking about the sunshine at Headingley. It's a lovely day. That's a wonderful offload by Kylie Luluai as well. Here's Burrow sauntering forward and happy to take the tackle off Roby. And Leeds begin from here. Young Liam Sutcliffe, who until recently was on loan at Bradford, wasn't he, Liam Sutcliffe? But big things expected of him in these parts.
That's 4, Joe, move! Back!
4 tackles gone, Leeds short of the half. This is Maguire. It's taken in by Kirk.
Oh yes, good work with the forwards. Look where they've ended up once again. Just into the St Helens half. Makes it so much easier for the kicker now.
Sudfield with a big boot. Lomax has to retreat back towards his own line, but has caught it safely enough nonetheless. He's got Nickerson just in his shadow, but Joel Moon makes the tackle. Brian Noble, early thoughts in this second half.
the Leeds kick chase was in order there again, wasn't it, on the back of a good exit set. Now viewers need to know that getting out of your own half is really important without any errors. If you want to play possession and percentage football, that's where you do it, because if you give free field position in attacking situations to the opposition, it increases your anxiety, increases the opportunity for the opposition. So really getting out of your own half, and great example of it there by the Leeds team.
Roby, Masoi, soft hands to Josh Jones.
You see what Massoi's trying to do. He's going to attract the defender, so let the subtle offload.
His little winky-dink kick through, which is swooped upon by Zach Howdaker, and it's the first man with 2 more waiting. Tanya Arnold, what news at half-time from the touchline?
Well, both coaches pretty happy. Brian McDermott saying, keep going the way we are, be more patient with the ball, don't force it, and with a wry smile he said it's about scoring more tries than them. Nathan Brown said his team was doing a good job. You've got the wind with you this half, so I want some more field position and I want better control of the ball. He said it's tight and it's anybody's game.
And you'd have said, keep your discipline. Unnecessary high shot there, which again gives Leeds very good field position, and as Brian said, that's crucial in this game.
Greenwood the miscreant, and you have to go high to cop kind of that look around the chops, don't you? So the fair enough penalty. Burrow lined up on the outside. Maguire steps. Jones just holding on to his waist. But it's a very good position Leeds find themselves in these early stages of the second half. Delaney, Sinfield, Ablutz. To his left, he had a man on the overlap. Here comes John Moon, trying to get through the middle of them all. They just bunch up and pull him down. But Leeds, it's a bit messy. It's very messy. There was a push from the St Helens player, though. Wants to take it quickly, and the referee says you can't do that.
Can't do that.
Can't do that, Rob. Where do they go? Oh, they go for the goal.
Yeah, that's a good decision, that is. That's a very good decision. Takes it beyond the converted try.
He must have been looking at the planning of the BBC and looking at Ray French's memories of the Challenge Cup and the 2 points difference in the Challenge Cup final.
There's Kevin, look, he's taking it this time.
So the penalty's given. Was there a big push there? Was there a big push there?
I think he's off balance and a little nudge.
Hands it on him. Makes it difficult for me.
Kevin Sinfield's going to take all the time in the world with this. Big competition for this club, the Challenge Cup for Leeds, of course. 1999, the last time they won it. 99, not so much a rallying call for this generation of Leeds players. It's more a haunting reminder that Challenge Cup history just keeps being rewritten each year continuously, and Leeds are featuring only as a footnote each year. Kevin Sinfield, Danny Maguire, Rob Burrow, Carl Ablett, Ryan Hall, players who would love to add this trophy that is missing from their cabinet, their memory banks. Kerry Hetherington, the Leeds chief executive, looking on alongside his wife Kat, wondering if that's the moment the Leeds edge closer to a quarter-final place. 14 points to 6 they lead.
Luke Walsh was having running repairs through that first half. In the half-time break, they put more strapping on that elbow, and you'll notice that in defence he's being moved out towards the right, so he's not involved as much in the action, but they are determined to keep him out there if they can.
Needs must, really, isn't it, for St Helens? Lomax with a restart. Briscoe catches it. A little bit of flight in his run. St Helens are up there to meet him. Sinfield to Luluai. With a big urge forward again.
He's had a decent game on the quiet, hasn't he? He's carried the ball forward mid-metres and really established a platform for the Leeds team.
This is Ian Kirk, his 200th Leeds appearance today, Ian Kirk. Sinfield, Delaney. Well, it's 4 tackles, taking them just beyond the 40-metre mark. Burrow's looking for that halfway on the 5th with a dummy, and St Helens defence just about reacting in time to put him down. They want a quick play the ball, it hit the St Helens player. Referee says play on. Here comes Sinfield with a kick, high and hanging. Taken safely enough by Makinson. Looks for the return, and Sinfield, who kicked it, is up there to make the tackle.
It's well organised, isn't it, the Leeds kick chase. They've got numbers in the frame on the ball carrier for St Helens, and this fella here is the danger, I suppose, in the backfield. And
that was accidental, but I do think they have the forwards doing such a good job in getting a good field position. You know, it's so much time for the Leeds kickers.
There's Masoi. A little bit of impact felt by him.
They kept him really quiet. I don't think he runs with the aggression that the Leeds forwards at the moment.
This is Greenwood. Joe Greenwood for St Helens has taken them just inside Leeds territory. They're on the 6th tackle here. And Walsh will just blast it out of play, making sure that Leeds have a lot of hard work to do to get out of defence in this next set when they get possession back from this scrum, which in all likelihood they will. Plenty to come this afternoon, plenty of rugby league left in this match, but also the red button forum once we've finished, hashtag BBCRL and all the rest of it, and contact us, Facebook or Instagram. And the draw is at 6:30 on the BBC News channel, Monday evening, 6:30. And while we're plugging things, BBC 5 Live Sports Extra tomorrow, we'll have full commentary on Salford against Widnes, on air at 2:30. Plus coverage of all the other games as well. Leeds in possession here, deep inside their own half. Happy to have the ball in their hands. Burrow. A bit of a slip from Sutcliffe. Lost his balance, lost his poise. And taking a long time to get up from that as well. This is Maguire. Peacock again.
That's 4, Josh! We know Peacock's just going to come, isn't he?
Sinfield. Maguire with a short pass, Ablett's there with the burst. Moon to his outside, Burrow on the inside. Burrow with a skip, lost the ball. Referee says play on. Burrow still darting. Good tackle in the end that dragged him down.
Great cover defence, John Wilkin.
Yeah, great defence. We should have gone left.
6th tackle, here it comes. Ablett, they've got the numbers here. Moon looking to create space for himself as it happens. And Joel Moon is over. Leeds ripped them right through the middle and then found the gaps on the edges to confirm their dominant situation now. 18 points to 6.
It's a great play though by Sinfield and by Danny Maguire, and they release them down the left hand side and they just finish it off. It's a brilliant try. Great team effort by Leeds. This is it, just watch him play round the back, and then a short ball, and Ablett just hits the hole on the outside of Luke Walsh. I thought he'd gone the wrong way then. He should have gone left, but they don't panic. They realise that the defence is scattered and they just go down the left hand side. And again, it's just Josh Jones staying off Moon.
Well, it's great width on the shift from here. As you see it with Sinfield, Ablett able to pass out to Moon. It gives him the one-on-one opportunity because Jones can't make up the space on the inside. So the shift after they break was particularly good.
But also Makinson had to scramble back and make the tackle on Burrow, and then they were short on the left-hand side and cleverly worked it that way.
Kevin Sinfield from the touchline. Leeds have only conceded 1 try in each of their last 4 games. They've only conceded an average of 8 points per game this season. That's the size of the task ahead of St Helens now. They have got to penetrate the least penetrable defence in rugby league, and they've got to do it 2 or 3 times because Sinfield's kick takes it out to 20 points to 6 into this second half.
And just watch. Too many numbers. It's an easy finish for a quality player like Moon.
Well, I think Saints have to score next, Dave, here to keep this game alive.
They have to.
But if they're looking for inspiration to draw upon, it's the meeting between these two sides in the Super League about a month ago when St Helens won that day 14 points to 10 with a bunch of kids on the field. St Helens, they were a long way from full strength and found a way to fight back in that game.
Well, they
2 or 3 late tries.
Yeah, I think they got to caution the wind now. They've got to, you know, chuck a few offloads in because they are not penetrating this Leeds defence.
Maguire to Peacock. Twisted a turn, but can't even think about getting the ball away because of the attention from the St Helens defenders. It's Delaney. 4 gone, just short of the halfway line. Burrow waits here. It's a really efficient job that Leeds are doing at the moment. And again by Sutcliffe.
5 on now, go! Let's square, hold! Go!
A bit slow, but to Maguire. Closed down by the run of Roby, but still manages to get that ball high. Makinson's underneath it, has caught it well enough. Moon with a covering tackle. St Helens start from there with the bulk of their forwards struggling to get behind to play the ball for this very first drive forward, led by Jordan Turner.
Looks like he's deflated at the moment, St Helens. Someone's got to do something just to spark this St Helens side up. It's in and to come back.
They have been astonishingly good at times this season, but last 2 or 3 outings, Brian Noble, the writing's been on the wall, hasn't it? They just got through against Huddersfield in the cup. They got a penalty here.
Yeah, field position, which they haven't had in the second half.
That's what you sometimes need, Dave. You need a break or a penalty late in the battle count. So it's really important that they keep their focus, Saints, here and get to the right edge of the field and show their quite considerable offensive prowess themselves.
Yep.
How can you sum up this game in 4 words? That's the question we're asking you. The 4-word forum on Twitter.
One up now, Jamie!
Haymore. And the ball's gone free. Penalty for St Helens, and there's another of those decisions that when it goes your way you think, well, maybe there is a way back into this game. Here comes the initial drive from Walmsley.
One, Jamie up! Go wide!
5 tackles for Leeds to hang on. They've been making a speciality of this Leeds this season, hanging on in situations like this. Have they got the resolve to keep St Helens out here? Or have St Helens got the creativity to find a way through? Walsh, Lomax, short! Jones goes through and scores! They have found a way through! They have found a way back!
That's such a simple try. You know, they thought there was a play on, and it's a simple late ball to Josh Jones, and the gap just opens up for him.
Leeds defence goes soft momentarily.
It's on the back of 2 penalties. He's both on Amor, who's brought that little bit of vigour. There's a hand in there from Jamie Peacock, and here's the play Jiffy's talked about. Lomax goes right at the line, and I think it's Sutcliffe that doesn't pay any attention to Jones, and he just walks on his inside for a freebie.
You know, he just steps in, he's late, he holds, a double pump. Again, one goes in, one goes out, the gap opens up. That's how simple it is. Very good play. Simple play, but effective. Hit straight back.
Luke Walsh, the man who's dropped goal, dragged St Helens to this tie in the first place with a conversion that puts them back to within 2 scores, 20 points to 12 now.
It's Leeds 20.
Lomax with his double pump, and he thinks he's playing out the back by that. I mean, passing to a person behind Jones, and Jones he won't score an easy one.
That's what Sutcliffe kind of overread the play, but very good play for St Helens. But so simple.
Sinfield with a restart.
Returning to the field number 19, Mitch H.
That's a great carry. By Walmsley, here comes Roby. St Helens have got their dander up now, haven't they? Let's get a sense here, there's a sudden influx of self-belief.
Yeah, they need a big set here as well. No mistakes, and if nothing comes of it, a good kick.
How good was that? With the offload to Roby. He was going down with men on top of him, and he managed to pump it away. St Helens sneaking extra 10 yards downfield. Walsh This is Wilkin, back to the middle, Roby again, Walmsley looking for the handoff. Oh, and he tried to force the pass, hit the knees, hit the knees of Amor.
He should have given it earlier for that, but you know, you had a couple of
Amor's hurt.
You've had a couple of decisions that have gone St Helens' way. Now the penalty, the offload, now a little knock for Amor, but they still keep possession.
Tackle 4.
It'll be tackle 4 when it restarts again, but that doesn't look good, does it, for Kyle Amor?
I'm not sure what he did. Did he get jabbed? He should have passed it the first time, as Jiffy says, but that's definitely off his knee. And he's got his knee in the wrong place, his legs underneath him.
Yeah, his foot there, he twists and someone jumps off him. Well, I'll tell you what, he's lucky he didn't break his leg, so that's one good thing, because he got himself in a very awkward position and the Leeds player fell on him. Just hope that he's okay. Just watch the right foot, just watch the right foot. Ball goes down, he steps to get away from the ball, and then that's when the weight comes down. Tell you what, he's so lucky he didn't break his leg then. Just hope he's okay.
He's had his injury problems this year, hasn't he, Kyle Amor? And he's clearly in a good deal of discomfort. I mean, Tanya Arnold, what news over there?
I've got Lanto High with me. Not looking good for Kyle Amor, is it, out there?
No, obviously injuries are part of the game, but he's a tough fella, and hopefully he'll stand up and carry on.
How can you get back into this? You've got one try back. How can those guys finish this off?
Oh, I think it's just about building a bit of pressure, and obviously, you know, Leeds are a tough side and they know how to play these type of games. So I just think it's about getting a bit of our share of ball down in good ball, and then we'll be okay.
You've won so many games in the last couple of minutes. Does that give you even more confidence in situations like this?
Yeah, I guess so. There's obviously a lot of confidence in the team. Over the Easter period, we probably didn't do as well as what we would have liked, but you know, the game's not finished until the whistle's blown in 80 minutes, so we'll play that way.
Tough for you to sit and watch this one?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'd love to be out there, and hopefully I'll be back shortly.
Cheers, lads.
Thank you.
Well, Amor's coming off here. Scarsby's coming on in his place.
There's no worth risking that. You know, you see he was unsure and he's trying to stand up.
It's a shame because he'd made a difference, Dave. You know, a couple of carries and a couple of offloads, and then he commanded the penalties as well.
Wellens is on the field. It was his pass to Wilkin.
5, I'm now Leeds!
Stick it up in the air. Go. Good chase.
Wilkin on the left foot.
Oh, good. That's Scott.
Comfortably underneath it.
I don't really understand that kick. You know, it's like it's not an up and under. It's not the chip. You've got to bang that high, as you can. Leave the wind take it, and have a really good chase.
2, I'm now hold change.
2 tackles. Leeds outside the 20 metres. Got to roll their sleeves up a little bit here, the home side. Not as comfortable as they were 3 or 4 minutes ago. Still a job to be done.
3.
And here's a man who does a job, Peacock. Good hands, and Ablett's flying out on the pass of Maguire.
4, John, enough! Go, 4.
Burrow. Peacock. It's a wandering pass, Greenwood, but running into...
Leeds have had some reward down the right-hand side of St Helens this second half, haven't they?
Oh, he's knocked on.
And again,
Peacock's knocked on.
And again, is these little incidents... He's not happy, Peacock.
He's not going to change his mind, is he?
No.
7 Leeds errors.
Yeah, I reckon. He lost that on the ground, didn't he?
This is where the stats sometimes tell you lies, don't they, in a way? You know, errors made, but very often, with the Leeds side, that's on the back of risks taken.
1, Kevin, move! Go!
Jones.
2, up now, Jamie!
Roby.
Go! 2.
Walmsley.
Off the shoulder first. No,
off the shoulder first, the referee says. Doesn't matter if he took his head off. It was off the shoulder first.
Go!
Here comes Roby. This is Walsh. Greenwood. Quiet was right in his face. St Helens moving ominously there. 2 tackles to go here. Walsh. Wilkin. Here comes Jones again. Looking to get the right arm to flick it away, but couldn't quite do so given the attention of the defenders. So on the 6, it's with Lomax. Lomax is going to be forced to keep it alive with Wilkin. Wilkin now puts the kick up, and Roby has run in front of Wilkin. And that technically is an obstruction. Not sure who he obstructed, but that's the rules. Ran behind him. So the penalty goes Leeds' way.
Just watch him run. It's nothing really. Defender isn't going to get to John Wilkin, is he?
So very near to us.
The rule is saying this year that if you run behind somebody, it's deemed to be an obstruction. I think the referees are taken to the letter of the law. If you're looking at that as a player, you'd think, well, there's nothing wrong with it.
But there has to be some kind of common sense sometimes.
Seems like a decent cut out the Leeds Sports Village as well.
Keith
winning by 14 points to 10 against Swinton. Here's Peacock.
So that penalty could be crucial.
It's the beauty of the Challenge Cup, isn't it? That these two are battling for a place in the quarterfinals, and Swinton and Keighley are battling for a place in the quarterfinals. The big uns and the little uns, all in the mix together.
Luke! Move! Out! Hold it, hold!
Borough. Delaney. Snaps right and left before projecting himself forward.
Square ball!
Borough. It's the young man Brad Singleton.
Louis out! Quicker! Hold! Go! 5.
Sinfield.
All good.
Lomax just has to stretch a little to get there and has got there well enough. And
one up now, Leeds.
Tensions of
Back with me on the go, Cole.
I think they do the basics so well, Leeds, don't they? You know, they just get good drives, they get good yardage, they get a good kick, and then a good chase and tackle. You know, and if they don't force anything, and then they do the plays and they score tries, you know, it's just so simple and effective.
Roby.
Leeds defence have handled Roby well today as well, haven't they? Danger he normally provides in and around the ruck.
Walsh. Wilkin. It's Jones. These defenders tracking across, so Jones has to try and change his direction. Great rewards. Walsh inside again for Lomax with a clever little chip over the top. McCarthy Scarsby was chasing after him. It's Peacock who's got it and claims it.
He's wondering, what am I doing here?
Go!
That's what they have to do now. And these defence have been so good.
2, releasing Joe!
Well, they have to score more points against Leeds than anybody else has achieved so far this season.
They have to do things differently. They have to do the grubbers, they have to do the chips, they have to do the offloads.
Burrow. Punching in and out and then offering it on.
And the other problem for Saints is, in this position, they've got to defend really well, because I think Leeds will score some more points.
Yeah.
Still 20 minutes left to play, of course. There's still an awful lot of game time to go here. Anything can happen.
Now, John! Get squared on the go, Carl! Don't go early! Go!
Burrow. Sinfield.
That's a better chase.
It's a St Helens player, balloons up in the air and is caught.
No, that's the difference. That is such a difference. James Roby just takes the game to Sinfield, charges the kicks down, relieves the pressure off the full-back.
Wormsley.
3, Brad, move! Go, 3.
Wellens.
Back 3.
Jones.
That's 4 up now!
Couple to go.
4.
Wilkin. Very nearly caught in possession. Walsh sprinted away. That's a good pass. And Jordan Turner. He's just in his stride, but he slipped over. Makinson.
On his own there. 4 defenders.
Last Joe, move up!
Turner's hurt. Might have just gone over on his ankle.
5.
Roby goes for the percentage play down the blind side, sticks it out of play on the kick. Leeds head and feet 20 metres out from their own line.
I mean, there is plenty of time, but you know, the St Helens kicking strategy, they're now going to have to look with the view to kicking the ball, with the view to either getting it back or creating an opportunity for themselves. And I think just kicking a sideline at this stage just might take the pressure off this Leeds team.
Yeah, then, you know, I think if you're just rolling the ball into touch, you just keep handing the ball over to Leeds. They're such an experienced side, and they're making the easy yardage, you know, out to their own quarter. You know, they have to do something different.
Sinfield. Hardacre. Tanya Arnold, what news?
Yeah, Kyle Amon, they had a long discussion with him before strapping ice onto his knee. They haven't written him off completely. They're going to leave it 5 to 10 minutes to see how his knee settles down. But he's got a large ice pack strapped to his knee at the moment.
So we might see him back. Here's Burrow. Delaney.
That's 4, Louis up! 4! Go!
He's an interesting young fella, Brad Singleton. He's conceded penalties for shoulder charges in the last couple of games, but really big hits. Against Jamal Fakir was one of them, certainly. I can't remember who the other one was, but standing up to the bigger, older fellas in no uncertain terms. Here's Callum Watkins with a high kick. It's been taken by Swift. Good job Maguire was there, just to slow things down as Sinfield comes in and helps with the tackle. Lomax. And a push away through, just got the arm free. Makinson was very close as well. That would have been interesting. Here's Walmsley. 3 tackles has taken them to the halfway line. St Helens need a bit of glory, and they need it quickly. Here's Greenwood.
That's great play again, Burrow. Close the space down.
Roby again, off and darting. Walsh into the arms of McCarthy. Scarsbrook needed support on his shoulder, wasn't there.
Good tackle.
5 gone, here comes a 6. Roby off quick. Oh, Walsh has gone over. And with that slip ends St Helens' interests in troubling the Leeds line.
That was a chance, but I think Rob Burrow is injured. When he rushed up to make the tackle, he's injured his shoulder. He's having treatment on the far side.
Hardacre.
Release it now!
Watkins.
Off the ball, then. Come on.
He was arrested on Easter Monday, Callum Watkins.
I think he's going off.
Rob Burrow's hurt. Peacock.
Put Sinfield to dummy half, I would think. Burrow's going off.
There goes Joe Moon. Having caught round the chin. The referee doesn't see it that way. Moon has to play it. This is Maguire. He's got his glorious memories of playing against St Helens, hasn't he, Danny Maguire? The decisive tries in the 2003 and 2010 Challenge Cup semi-finals. High kick, making some backpedaling catches safely, and just about stays in the field of play.
Well played, but you can see their tactic. They can see their tactic. Everything is going to go up in the air. I'm trying to see if they're forcing error.
Well, 2 tackles gone, and Saints haven't got past the 10-metre mark. On the back of the kick. The kick in the chase. Walsh, Turner. Here's Greenwood. Whoa, legs have gone up above the perpendicular.
Why do you do that?
Penalty.
Why you do that? He had the tackle. Why tip him?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, that one.
Just laughing there because Jonathan Davis just tried to hit a bee with his microphone and nearly hit me on the nose. Be careful.
No one has hit it though, Dave.
I actually think he connected, was he?
It was a bit like one of your tackles, that Jiffy. No one was hurt.
That's a bit like a speed bump, wasn't I?
Penalty put out of play. St Helens get the tap restart. 30 metres away from the Leeds line. Here's McCarthy, Scarsbrook. We've got a stoppage.
Time off.
Is there a blood bin here?
His face cleaning up.
Somebody's got blood on their face.
Take him out the back, please, and clean up.
So we're running the touchline of the far side, Tanya Arnold. Nurse Tanya, I think we're going to call her. What's the latest news on the injury front, Tanya?
Yeah, poor Rob Burrow, he took a bang right on the point of his shoulder. They're hopeful that it's not dislocated or anything like that, but he came off in a lot of pain.
Smack on the AC joint, isn't it?
Roby to Walsh. Turner, again, it's a good pass to him, and a good one to Makinson, but Ryan Hall is the unmovable force on that left-hand side in defence for Leeds. He simply ran into a brick wall, did Makinson, and lost possession.
That's the inexperience. They needed to build pressure there. You know, go through the tackles, move him around a little bit. They just went too early. Try to stay in here. He's such a good defender. I think he's got to take the tackle there, hasn't he? Turner. Jordan Turner takes a tackle, goes down.
Well, they've got to create an opportunity against a really, really good defence, so you will chance your arm, and probably 14 minutes to go. It's that kind of area, but they've not been down this end of the field too much, have they? So they They might have considered trying to find a kick play there.
Sinfield. St Helens defence stepping it up now, looking to pen Leeds as deep as possible in this next set here.
Yeah, and right in front of their own fans as well.
Oh.
Shooting up.
Peacock having none of that nonsense. Drags them another couple of yards further down. Delaney. It's Greenwood who's in his face. That's 4 tackles gone. Well, it's 30 metres made. Young Brad Singleton. It's another Cumbrian.
Chase the kicker.
Hardacre on the 6.
You've got to chase the kicker.
Well, eventually it's kicked away. You'd not normally expect Mick H-Church to have the ball in his hands, and that's the reason why.
That's a brilliant take, that is.
It is. I don't think Paul Helens has...
He got whacked by Wellens in the process by his own blows. That is a brilliant take.
There was a clash of heads there between Wellens and Swift, wasn't there? Watch this, eye on the ball. Bang of the head.
He's been there so many times taking those high balls, Paul Wellens. Roles reversed.
Percival.
I tell you what, they're trying to use that combination a lot now. Josh Jones and Wilkin.
Roby trying to make things happen. Simply aren't. Not from dummy half. Not so far anyway. Walsh.
Get up for it.
Right Halls underneath it, and again is so solid. Absolutely solid. Up there, takes it. Came down like a rock. And Leeds again moving away from their own line. With an assurance and a confidence of an 8-point lead as time ticks by. 11.5 minutes to play. Sinfield. This is Ablett. St Helens defenders rushing out there to make sure his progress is kept to a minimum. Leeds are reasonably content here, just short of the halfway line. Needs a kick from Maguire. Lomax.
And that's the difference. Look where they had to kick from there. There's no pressure on Lomax, no chance to run it out. Good tackle.
Watkins does well. But his wing partner Briscoe. Swift runs straight at Jamie Peacock. No give there.
It's not like a game of chess this now, isn't it?
Muscular chess.
Yeah, it is.
Muscular chess. I love it.
Here's Roby.
40-20.
With a good kick, Hardacre has to scramble across there. The bounce might beat him. And it does.
That's a very good kick. Great kick.
There are moments in matches that you look back on at the end of a cup campaign and say, you know, that's when our luck turned. And you just wonder. And
that's why it's important to keep someone like, you know, Luke Walsh on the field for moments like that. A bit fortunate in the end because Zach Hardacre did exceptionally well to get across there, but the bounce of the rugby ball favours St Helens.
Big set of 6, not only in this match, but in this competition this year.
I think they've got to make hay now, Dave.
Given the status of these two sides, whoever wins today will be installed as favourites.
Tight in, boys, tight in. Ball in. Do you think so, Dave? With Wigan in it?
Here comes Lomax, a short one to Percival.
That's good angles, Percival.
Tackle 1, Roby. Soliola. Tackle 2, Leeds doing what Leeds do best at the moment. Defending their line. They're no soft touch. Roby. Running into the pocket, offering it off to Mosim Hassan. Never really had momentum in his favour. 3 tackles gone. Roby again, spinning it out to Walsh. Needs something from him. There's a couple of times he's slipped over. But he gets it onto Roby. Roby now, over the top and searching. Here's Makinson. Makinson with a flick pass. Jordan Turner. Ryan Hall's there again. Ryan Hall's there again. It's the anthem of the game. McCarthy Scarsbrook's changing direction. He's lost it. He's lost it. And you just wonder whether St Helens have lost it now. 9 minutes to play. Leeds hang on that big set of 6. Authority
I think
retained.
the 2 bigger players Well, Luke Walsh is slipping over. Those are the opportunities. Luke Walsh slipped over twice.
Let's go.
Not exactly a look of resignation from Nathan Brown, but certainly one of frustration.
Yeah, let's go.
Centre 6 here for Saints. To get the ball back. And Leeds will be looking for good yardage and a good kick.
Off the field, number 15,
Leeds defence, by the way.
You can see them now, though, you know, they're just a yard quicker in the defensive line speed.
Forward goes Clarkson. Leeds lad. Famously watched them at Wembley back in 1999, Chris Clarkson. Loved to be part of a team that won it at Wembley.
Big
Long way to
mistake.
go.
Well, he's consistent. He is consistent.
It's another of those
Interesting
obstruction
call,
penalties.
this one. Has he gone behind him?
Just.
Just. Do you reckon he did?
There's not much in it, but he's you know, the referee's consistent. The first one is much and nothing. So was that one, but consistent.
Mossy Masoi running it hard. Roby at dummy half. 5 to go. Walsh.
Would you have taken the penalty kick there?
Good question.
Would you have taken the penalty kick there, Dave? Take the 2 points?
Here comes Soliola.
I think they've had trouble getting over the line. I think they've got to solve that problem first.
Yeah.
This is Walsh. Masoi lost it. Picked up by Hardacre. Making sense of it.
Yeah, I would have had thoughts about taking the 2 points. They had to score the 2 points again.
Ryan Hall. We haven't seen him at his absolutely blistering best in finishing today, Ryan Hall. His wonderful, miraculous tries in the corner. But every other aspect of his game has been absolutely tip-top. Here's Peacock, leading by example. Sinfield bends his back. It's hard work down there at the moment. Leeds might have a reasonably comfortable margin, but it's less than comfortable in terms of the muscular challenge that's going on. Watkins with the break, and it's going to be finished by Danny Maguire.
That's it.
How many times has Danny Maguire slid his blade into the ribs of St Helens? Well, he's just done it again. Leeds are through to the quarterfinals of the Teclis Challenge Cup. St Helens now are beaten.
Classic counter-punch, Woodsy. Danny Maguire, the finisher. But this is all down to Callum Watkins and the spread play from Zach Hardacre. That's the prowess as the Leeds backline offers this competition and the Super League. Here's a mistake from Masoi that gives Leeds field position on the other side of the field. But they're prepared to spread the ball here, as we see. It's Maguire who releases Hardacre, gets on the outside. This is Watkins. Just runs straight through Percival and Swift. Stop me if you can. Maguire finishes his own play that he started way back on their own 40.
Callum Watkins has been quiet. They've kept him quiet, but this is how, you know, this is how good he is. He has a chance. Like, you got to tackle me. He brushes off 2 tackles, inside pass, game over.
We are not worthy. Danny Maguire, the history of Maguire and St Helens. Decisive try 2003 that helped take a cup tie, a semi-final to extra time, and scored in extra time to win it. Danny Maguire in 2010 with a try in the semi-final late on to beat St Helens again. Danny Maguire with a late drop goal that beat St Helens in the Super League playoffs last year. Danny Maguire's 250th try was scored against St Helens. And today, Danny Maguire scores a try that ends St Helens' hopes for another year.
But they had their opportunities in Helens, you know. Luke Walsh slipped twice, then Masoi knocks on. You have one chance, Leeds have taken it. And I think, overall, I think they have been the better side. You know, as I said, they made a few errors, but very, very effective in whatever they do.
Kevin Sinfield. Here he goes. There it goes.
Well, it was like one of those boxing matches, wasn't it? Punch from Saints, couldn't quite land a delivery, and then all of a sudden the great counter-punch of the Leeds. Here he goes. Maguire out to Hardacre, makes the space for a running opportunity for Watkins, brushes off Percival and Swift. Maguire finishes up the play that he started.
restart taken by Danny Maguire. Soliola makes the tackle, so Jonathan Davis, we're at that stage of the game again. 5 minutes to play. Man of the match, Tetley's man of the match.
I think that Ablett has played well, but for the first half performance and his work, for me, the Tetley's Challenge Cup man of the match is Leeds Ryan Hall. He's been absolutely tremendous. We're so used to him scoring tries. There he is. But the work that he has done has been immense in this half.
Here's Ablett.
I think this guy's played well as well, Ablett. He has caused them, a lot of problems on the left-hand side. He's hit some holes.
Sinfield's kick. They're simply directing it out of play. Work done. Makes St Helens do some hard labour here from deep inside their own 10 metres. Not season-defining this last week or so for St Helens, is it? But it is Challenge Cup-defining, obviously, because they're out of the cup now. 3 defeats on the bounce. They wouldn't have seen that coming, would they, 2 weeks ago?
No, it will be a concern, but they've had injuries. Manu hasn't played today. But they are a bit healthier, and at times in this game, just sometimes it's the bounce of the ball or a penalty decision or a loose play from somebody, and all of a sudden it's the difference between winning and losing can become habit forming, as does winning.
I just do think that Luke Walsh, he's been hindered by that arm. He hasn't been so effective, but he can't take nothing away from Leeds.
The only team to score more than 12 points against Leeds this season was St Helens in that 14-10 league win. Here's Wellens. Roby trying to make the miraculous happen, and he's given it away, and it's picked up by Singleton, and Leeds are in the mood for another one here.
Someone's taken a headshot. I think he's overextended his right leg, isn't he?
Nathan Brown, Cunningham looking on, knowing that it's not going to be their year in the knockout competition now, of course. Leeds fan, St Helens fan, whoever you're a fan of, join us for the Red Button Forum when it's finished. Hashtag BBCRL and at BBC Sport, Facebook, Instagram, and Jamie Peacock will be joining us for that Red Button Forum as well as all your favourites, Brian Noble and Jonathan Davis and Earl Crabtree and Robbie Hunter-Paul.
You're not in Woodsy.
I'm not involved. Here comes Luluan. Sinfield. Peacock sees the moment of glory, grabs it. Jamie Peacock, his penultimate year. More than most, he'll be hoping that it is going to be a Wembley crescendo to 2014. Well, he's certainly got the crescendo moment this afternoon with a big, big grin for Jamie Peacock.
He's worked tirelessly through the game. It's a lovely left foot step. Dives over.
What's about this for a BBC production? Mentioned Jamie Peacock, and there he is on cue. Over the line with a pork pie. Great score. Strength. Saw the little bit of a gap. Wasn't going to be denied. He's carried the ball really strong today, and there's the finish.
Greg Richards just moves a little bit too far. Leaves the gate open, inside gate open for him. He steps in.
Jamie Peacock, MBE, to give him his full title, of course. Former England captain and former Bradford Bulls teammate of Brian McDermott when they enjoyed a Wembley success. Now coached by the latter. Here's Sinfield, looking to take Leeds out to a 32 points to 12 lead. scoreline doesn't really matter, does it? Challenge Cup, you're either in or you're out. But 32 points to 12 is unfair on St Helens?
Yeah, I think once the Danny Maguire try was in, that was it. And the St Helens boys just thought, that's it. Went out to the cup this year and they just dropped the intensity defensively a little bit, and then they just run in that try. And as Brian said, you know, he always felt that Leeds were going to score other tries.
For the short one here, Walsh, they're still hoping against all hope that there is a way back. There isn't. Well, they'll keep playing with 50-odd seconds left to play. It was a knock-on by Leeds, so it will be St Helens head and feet. There's a bit of spirit in the camp, isn't there? Because they're looking to pat this down to force the referee to stop the clock, which he has now done. So 45 seconds left to play. Saints only need 4 tries in his last 45 seconds.
Not sure that's possible, is it?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
Get behind, Danny. Okay, John. Out! Turn back on.
It's a great scrum.
Walsh, Jordan Turner rather. Very different proposition, Jordan James.
Hold, go, 1.
McCarthy Scarsborough. St Helens are looking to go down fighting here.
Square Cruz, go, 2. Back 2.
Working away to Lomax. Lomax with a little chip over the top. Swift's trying to get after it. There's lots of bodies there, lots of hands there, including those of Sia Soliana, who has knocked on. And it will be head and feet here. And I don't think even St Helens are going to bother packing down, because with 10 seconds left to play, that's it, game up. Game was over when Danny Maguire scored that try in the 75th minute. A few half-fives here from Leeds in celebration of the inevitable hooter sounding and the whistle blasting to end a game that sees Leeds through to the quarter-final of the Tenley's Challenge Cup, and that is a big hurdle they've just overcome.
Yeah, you know, it's nice to get home advantage in the early rounds and knock one of the big contenders out. So a job well done for Leeds. Very impressive defensively and offensively. Solid kicking game. So they're going to be there or thereabouts once again.
How impressed were you, Brian Noble, with Leeds today?
I thought they were clinical. I thought they took their opportunities when they had to. I thought their backfield in the first half got them into position to lead this game, and the way they're defending at the moment is going to take a really good team with some good ideas to break them down. Saints couldn't quite control the ball or get enough possession in the right parts of the field to challenge that ethos that Leeds have in relation to their defence. So justifiable winners for me.
32 points to 12 winners. Tough game. They always seem to have their noses ahead, didn't they, Leeds? Never behind at any point in the game. An early Zach Hardacre try cancelled out by Swift, but Hardacre's second just before the break. Going to be a big psychological difference. His 2 tries, so important in that first half, and he, Zach Hardacre, is now with Tanya.
Zach, congratulations. How tough a game was that?
Yeah, really tough. We knew it was going to be a tough game. The rest of the field plays over Easter, so there were a few guys coming in fresh there, so it's a really good performance by all the boys, and we're really chuffed to get through to the next round.
And how pleasing for you to pop up with another 2 tries?
Yeah, it's always good to get on the score sheet, but I reckon I cancelled out the tries to get the win here today, so all credit to the boys, and well done.
What do you put your own good form down to this season, because you have been going very well?
A bit of hard work and determination. It's a big year for all the boys here, so I think everyone's just trying to do the best, and hopefully that'll take us to some finals again this year.
And the defence from the side was magnificent again. Has that been a key focus for you all?
Yeah, the defence have been all good all year. I think average try scores against us about 8 to 10 points, so that's brilliant. But as attack won it for us today, and the forwards in the middle did their bit today for us. So credit to all the boys, like I say, and we really feel to get through to the next round.
Zach, congratulations. Let's bring in the man of the match, Ryan Hall. Ryan, I've interviewed you many a time when you've scored brilliant tries, hat-tricks and all the rest of it. Is it almost nicer to get one for your defensive work?
Yeah, well, I always say this, if I score or not, it don't matter if I score or score a try or not. The main thing is that we won. We're going through to the next round, and that's a great feeling. Against a really top side of Saints. We knew it was going to be a tough game. and we're really happy to be into the pot for the next round.
And how focused were you on what Tommy Makinson had done to you in the one defeat you've had this season?
Yeah, Tommy's played really well this year, and he's having a real good year. And he's put his name forward for an English shirt, and that's really good. It's really good to get that competition amongst the English players, and I always like to play well against potential English contenders.
And next time chip in with a couple of tries as well.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Right, thanks very much. Let's bring in the skipper, Kevin Sinfield. Kevin, you must be delighted with what was a real all-round team performance.
Yeah, very pleased. I think we had to do it tough at times. Saints certainly didn't give in, and throughout that second half there were some nervy moments, but delighted to be in the next round. They're a really good side, them, as they've shown this year, and really happy to get the win tonight.
You talked as we went into half-time about cutting out the errors. Was that the focus for that second half?
Pretty much, yeah. We had a decent game plan, and if you don't keep hold of the ball, you can't really execute it. So we're a bit better in the second half, although there were some errors. Like I said, I thought Saints had a real go, and hopefully everybody at home saw a great game today.
And just talking to Ryan there, once again it's been the defence, hasn't it, that's been quite key for you guys?
I think it's just the commitment to work hard for each other. We haven't changed anything over the last couple of years since Brian's been here, and thankfully we're scrambling well for each other, and we seem to have a bit more control. So obviously areas for us to work on, but to only concede 12 points against a quality team like that is obviously very pleasing.
And how much as a group does it mean to keep going in this Challenge Cup, to still be in with a chance of finally picking it up?
Yeah, it's we've had a few goals at it now, and we keep coming up short, so we're in the next round. We'll give it our best shot again this year, like we have done every other year, but we'll see where it takes us.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
Plenty more reaction to come now, and then also on the Red Button. Final score with Dan follows us here on BBC One. So we'll move to the Red Button. All the ways you can get in touch there at BBC Sport, hashtag BBCRL, or via the Facebook page. Will be on the Red Button from 4:30 till 5. And plenty of fifth round ties tomorrow, of course. Salford against Widnes can be enjoyed on 5 Live Sports Extra from 2:30. And then the quarter-final draw is on Monday night at 6:30 on the BBC News channel. And the Super League shows a Challenge Cup special, so everything that happens in the fifth round, 11:55 on Monday night in the north. And then we have 2 quarter-finals for you. First week, is that the first weekend in June? Yes, that is the first weekend in June. No, it might not be. Anyhow, beginning of June. I can't do my maths live on air. June the 7th and June the 8th. One on BBC One and one on BBC Two. Tell you what, let's talk about the game rather than me trying to work that out, shall we? Clinical, ruthless, dominant, would you say, in the end, Leeds?
Yeah, I would. I think I use the word professional, because I think that Leeds right now, they go out there and they do a job just about every time. Today, no exception. So I really enjoyed what they did, and I thought Saints were getting back into it, but they didn't quite do that. Amor going off was a massive moment for the game for me.
Let's see if we can just take a quick look at the Leeds try, shall we? Start with Joel Moons.
Yeah, great lead-up play by the Rhinos. See Maguire going to the line, lead runner, hits Maguire out the back, and then you just see the half in there just come in and off his line. Ablett releases Ablett, and you see all the St Helens defenders all scrambling in the background. Rob Burrow does his job well, tracks up the middle of the field, nearly bobbles the ball, but keeps on going as he does. And what you've got here is all the St Helens players rushing towards the ball. And Sinfield does some brilliant lead-up work here. He spots the space out wide, straight hands, and then it's a 2-on-1 with Joel Moon on the outside. He's got the speed. Jones is just caught inside, didn't know it was outside him. Joel Moon backs himself, 1-on-1 with the try line beckoning, and he takes it. And that's a great lead-up for that sort of try on the back end of some really good work.
Joel Moon going over there. His centre partner was instrumental, Earl, in Danny Maguire's try.
Yeah, this is ridiculous skill. Yeah, again, it's Callum Watkins, and he just has a look and thinks, you know what, I'm going for this, puts his head down, sprints forward, and then he's got great push through support. Danny Maguire, who scored tons of tries from doing this on a regular occasion, but you can just see it in his face. He just wants to have a dig, puts his head down, goes for it, and great support.
Swift and Percival took each other out. There was a nasty clash of heads because Callum Watkins was so strong and so quick, and Jamie Peacock getting the final try for Leeds. And Jamie is going to join us on the Red Button in just a few moments, so hashtag BBCRL if you want to get involved. Jamie will join us on the Red Button. Nathan Brown, the St Helens head coach, is with Tanya.
Nathan, what was the difference between the two sides today?
20 to 12. Yeah, we had some really good opportunities on their goal line to construct some decent sets, and through some good defence by them and probably some not so good attack by us, we weren't quite good enough to bridge that gap back to 20 to 18. There probably wasn't a great deal in the game at times, but you know, we had a couple of lapses in our edge defence on 2 or 3 occasions, and when you have that against Leeds with the speed of Denny Maguire and Hardacre and them blokes, you make a mistake and they punish you. And you know, so our edge defence at times just wasn't as good as what it needs to be to beat a very good Leeds team.
And it was a defeat that it came at a cost, didn't it, with a couple of injuries coming up?
Yeah, look, things haven't been great there on that front, but you know, probably the result of the games was probably a bit more concerned about at the moment, and the disappointment of not doing as well as we'd like. But you know, Leeds were a bit too good for us today, and we've got a fair bit of work to do.
Nathan, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Nathan Brown with Tanya. We'll get plenty more reaction on the red button. Thank you very much to Earl and Robbie. They'll stay with me as well. Brian Noble will join us. Jamie Peacock will join us as well. Leeds have beaten St Helens. They are one step closer to another Challenge Cup final. We'll see you for the quarters at the beginning of June. Bye-bye.
Get around the football grounds next on BBC One with Final Score.
BBC Radio 5 Live is where news comes to life.
And next week on 5 Live Breakfast, we're travelling across the UK to explore the stories that matter to you.
From living with flooding to life after the forces.
Join Nikki Campbell and Rachel Burden Monday from 6 on BBC Radio.
From 10:30 tonight, Match of the Day on BBC One, followed by the Football League show. Now though, as the whistle blows, it's Final Score.
He was one of the heroes of the afternoon.
Score is Wimbledon.
John Terry's tears, we all remember those.
Crucial week. At the moment, Fulham's 2 goals in 4 minutes keeps Felix Magath momentum going. The Cottagers currently out of the drop zone in the Premier League. Pepe Mel.
When you order, we'll send you the cordless No Pro in your choice of colours. Featuring an LCD display, it comes with 3 treatment levels. You can also upgrade to the Pro 5 with 5 treatment levels. Simply ask your operator or visit nonopro.co.uk. Plus, we'll include everything you need to get rid of your unwanted hair. A set of Thermicon tips, narrow for delicate areas including your face and bikini area, and wide for your legs, back and arms. A buffer pad to exfoliate and polish your skin. And for that man in your life, there's a no-no for him too.
I've been so much more confident. I'm willing to go to the gym in a tank top. I'm willing to go to the beach and take my shirt off. The no-no is awesome.
No Pro is safe and effective for all hair colours and skin types. Professional treatments can be painful and expensive that can add up to hundreds of pounds. Now with the No Pro, you can get professional results at home for less than the cost of 3 waxing treatments.
With No, it's like having a top quality treatment in your own home. It's fantastic.
Plus, when you order, we'll send you the No travel case as a bonus gift. And get this, Radiancy, the makers of No, will let you try it at home for not just 30 days, but 60 days with a money-back guarantee. If you use No for 60 days and are not 100% satisfied, then we'll refund the purchase price.
I've always seen No on TV and I always wondered if it worked. And it definitely, I can see what everybody talks about now.
I've seen this on television too, and I wasn't sure if it actually worked, but it does.
It's so hard because you don't know exactly what to believe, but this, I can officially tell my friends that it works. That's awesome. It does the job.
So wipe off that shaving cream and put a smile on your face. Try the new No Pro. And remember, you can ask your operator or visit nonopro.co.uk to upgrade to the Pro 5. 5 treatment levels. Order now.
So far, we've been talking about how we can use the No on our face, on our legs, on our arms. But ladies, we know that that's not all we got going here. Where do you use the No and how's it been a game changer for you?
I struggle with my armpit areas, my underarms, and after the No, there's no hair here now. I'm completely free. Yes.
Look at this girl.
Yes, I feel comfortable to like go to a concert and scream out loud, go on a roller coaster. Just before I was kind of walking around always with my arms down, so it's definitely means freedom to me.
Oh yeah, super, super.
Well, this is really embarrassing, and I don't like to talk about it. I don't really tell anybody, but I get this hair that grows under my belly button on my stomach area. And as I've gotten older, it's gotten darker and longer. Sure. But since I've been using the No, I don't have that problem. It's been clean. It's so easy to use. It's been amazing.
Sure. Okay, so there you have it. What you're going to love about No is that you can use it from head to toe. And the results? No hair, no pain.
What you want to do is make sure that your skin is tight as you glide the No along your skin.
It's very easy.
No pain at all. It's great, isn't it? It's wonderful.
There's no pulling, no tugging, this is amazing.
I'm just amazed that you just go through it once and it already starts to work.
Wow, it actually feels pretty nice.
It looks like just like you've got a fresh wax, but you don't have to go through all the pain.
It's so great that it doesn't hurt. It's just nice and smooth. I've always seen No on TV and I always wondered if it worked. And it definitely, I can see what everybody talks about now. The difference from here to here.
Isn't that awesome?
It's incredible, and there's no redness, no pain. I like a close shave.
Absolutely.
And this is better than that. I mean, it's gone.
This is something I would use all the time.
I'm going to be throwing out all of my wax strips, all of my razors.
I really like this.
It's all gone. That was so easy.
It's pain-free. I'm never going back to waxing again.
I don't think I'm going to go back to electric razor at all.
I am sold on No.
Perfect.
By now you can see why everyone who tries No absolutely loves No. It brings Thermicon professional results into a home setting. No was developed by Radiancy, a global leader in professional light, heat, energy-based devices used by doctors, medical spas, and estheticians. Following years of research and millions of dollars in development, Radiancy's been able to miniaturize the professional technology for home use.
I've been tracking NoNo for the last 5 years, and to see the evolution of the product has been nothing short of remarkable. So the fact that women can actually bring this amazing technology home to use it for hair removal is wonderful.
I tell everybody that you have two choices. You can either live with the hair on your face or spend tons of money and do this on an ongoing basis, or get the NoNo and say goodbye to hair.
NoNo has truly become a global phenomenon. And it seems like everywhere I go, people are coming up to me and saying one of two things. Cassie, I just got to tell you, I saw you on TV, and I decided to get the NoNo, and I just wanted to say thank you, thank you, thank you, because NoNo has solved all of my unwanted hair problems. Or they say, does that NoNo really work? So I'll tell you, just like I told them, I say you just got to try it. Because once you NoNo, you'll understand why everyone is raving about it.
I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not. I'd watched the infomercials, I'd talked to other people who had it and they loved it, so I thought, well, I'm just going to try this. And I tried it and it was fantastic. The number one thing for me is there was no pain.
If you've heard about the NoNo but just didn't get around to trying it yet, well, I tell you what, I got some good news for you. You're looking at the new NoNo Pro. It's based on a new patented pulse thermocon technology. And here's the secret. The NoNo Pro delivers an even greater pulse to each hair, and it does it all with no pain.